Emmerdale is set to deliver some dramatic moments next week, as Moira Dingle is taken into custody on suspicion of murder and people trafficking after 2 bodies are discovered on her farmland. She strongly claims she has been framed by the ruthless Celia Daniels, only for police to reveal a shocking twist. One of the victims is Celia herself. With the evidence seemingly stacked against her, it appears increasingly doubtful that Moira's family and friends will be able to clear her name anytime soon. This has left viewers wondering whether Moira could be disappearing from the village for a while. Fortunately, fans can breathe a sigh of relief, as Natalie J Robb has confirmed that she has no plans to exit the ITV soap in the near future. "I've been fortunate enough to be offered another contract, so if they were planning to write me out, I think they would have said, 'Sorry, this is your exit storyline.' But that wasn't the case," she explained. "When they first told me about the plot, I didn't feel that at all." She added that she was initially unsure how long the storyline would last, or just how serious the accusations against Moira would become. "This feels like a massive storyline, because she's not only losing the farm, but she also feels like she's losing Cain," Robb said. For Moira, family means absolutely everything. It's what helps her survive and keeps her strong. The farm has always been just as important. Feeling like she's losing both her home and her family at the same time is devastating for her. Although Robb has made it clear she intends to remain on the show, Moira is facing an incredibly tough period, especially as she struggles to understand who could have set her up now that Celia is dead. "She's completely trapped in a nightmare and feels like everything is being taken away from her," Robb continued. "She's totally overwhelmed by how real it all is. It's confusing, frightening, and far too much for her to process." Emmerdale has confirmed the identity of the second body discovered on Moira Dingle's land following a disturbing discovery. In the latest episode, police uncovered 2 corpses buried on Moira's farm, and viewers have now learned the shocking truth about the second victim. Fans were already aware that the first body belonged to Anya, the vulnerable young woman Ruby Milligan had tried to protect. Anya became trapped in a horrific human trafficking operation run by Ray Walters and Celia Daniels, a situation that ultimately ended in her death. However, the mystery surrounding the second body has now been solved. Spoilers reveal a dramatic twist, confirming that the other victim is none other than Celia herself. In scenes set to air next week, Moira is unable to escape the grim discovery on her Yorkshire Dales land, as police arrest her on suspicion of murder and begin a tense investigation. At first glance, it would seem logical to assume Ray is responsible, as he knew exactly where Anya was buried and could have easily added his murdered mother, Celia, to the same grave. The double killing raises countless questions. Did Ray deliberately set Moira up, or is the truth far more complicated than it appears? As next week unfolds, Moira finds herself facing murder charges, leaving viewers wondering how she could possibly clear her name. The grave on her property was uncovered after Ruby alerted the police, convinced she had stumbled across a hidden burial site. Earlier, Ruby had spoken to controversial villager Bear Wolf, who made an unsettling remark about Anya being gone, and claimed he had been searching for her on the day Ruby and her husband Caleb Milligan found him roaming the fields. Bear also mentioned a red ribbon marking a specific location, before quickly becoming evasive and attempting to dismiss his own words. Certain the comment meant something, Ruby became determined to track down the ribbon and uncover the truth about Anya's fate. Her fears were confirmed when she spotted the ominous ribbon tied to a tree branch and noticed freshly disturbed soil beneath it. Terrified that Anya was buried there, Ruby and Caleb looked on as police sealed off the area and launched a forensic investigation. In a heartbreaking final moment, a tearful Ruby was forced to turn away as officers removed not 1, but 2 body bags from the grave. Emmerdale unveils first glimpse of Cain and Moira's explosive arrest scenes. Will Moira manage to persuade the police she's been set up? Life has been relentlessly tough for Moira and Cain Dingle in recent weeks, and their struggles are far from over. As Cain comes to terms with a devastating cancer diagnosis, Moira's life has spiraled out of control after she is implicated in serious crimes linked to Celia Daniels. Earlier this year, Moira partnered with Celia to expand her business, unaware that Celia was secretly plotting to protect herself and conceal her illegal activities. Even after Celia's death, Moira finds no relief, with suspicion continuing to close in around her. Celia was later revealed to have been murdered by her adoptive son, Ray Walters, who was himself killed by the recently returned bear wolf. Paddy Dingle and Dylan Penders witnessed Ray's death and have since tried to keep the truth hidden. In episodes airing next week, Moira's situation worsens dramatically when 2 bodies are uncovered on Butler's farm. The discovery leads to Moira and Cain both being arrested as the human trafficking inquiry escalates into a full murder investigation. A preview clip shows Moira speaking gently to Cain about how he's coping following his cancer diagnosis, before their conversation is abruptly interrupted by the arrival of several police cars. Officers detain the couple for questioning, causing a public scene as Victoria looks on. As Cain is forced into the back of a police vehicle, he urgently asks Kyle to take care of Isaac, while he and Moira are detained. But it remains uncertain whether they'll be allowed to return home anytime soon. 2 bodies are discovered buried on Moira's land, and one of them is Celia, an Emmerdale source reveals. This makes Moira appear incredibly guilty and casts serious doubt over her claims that she's been framed. With evidence continuing to stack up, Moira now faces the very real possibility of a lengthy prison sentence. D.S. Walsh then delivers another crushing blow by confirming that Moira's DNA was found on the blanket wrapped around Anya's body. Emmerdale star teases heartbreaking scenes amid Cain's cancer storyline. It's going to be a tough watch. Emmerdale actress Katie Hill has spoken exclusively to Inside Soap about Cain Dingle's upcoming storyline, which will see the tough-talking character face prostate cancer. Known as one of the show's most hardened figures, Cain's vulnerability will mark a significant shift for the character. In scenes yet to air, Cain is left shattered after receiving a formal diagnosis from his consultant. Overwhelmed by the news, he lashes out at both Sarah and Liam before later visiting the grave of his late father, Zach Dingle, to process his emotions alone. With Cain's cancer journey only just beginning, Katie, who plays his granddaughter Sarah Sugden, believes viewers will find the storyline deeply moving. It's going to be heartbreaking and really difficult to watch at times, Katie explained. Cancer affects so many people, so it's an incredibly important story to tell. And Jeff Hordley, who plays Cain, is an outstanding actor. Watching him bring this storyline to life will be painful, but I know his performance will be phenomenal. While it remains unclear whether Cain will open up to his family about his diagnosis, Katie feels Sarah would be a natural source of support if she were to find out. Sarah would be the perfect person for Cain to confide in, especially after everything she's been through with cancer herself, she said. It would be devastating for her because he means so much to her. But Sarah is known for her optimism, and she'd absolutely stand by him and support him through every stage. Emmerdale airs weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream on ITVX.